Another undefeated week for the Golden State Warriors, who are now 17-2 and are still the first seed in the Western Conference. Looking at the game yesterday against the Trail Blazers, you can clearly tell that every single player on this roster is able to contribute. Lots of respect to the Warriors front office for signing those key veteran free agents. This Warriors team is already dominating the league, but the scary part is Klay Thompson and James Wiseman are still yet to return. In today's video, we'll be talking about how the return of both players will affect the Warriors team. And with that being said, let's roll the intro.
Hi. I'm on my match in the dark. 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 I'm on my match.
Yo, what's up guys, Jason's here back with another video. If you're the first time watching, I make Golden State Warriors content on a weekly basis, so don't forget to leave that subscribe and turn on the notification bell, and you'll be the first when the future to see more awesome videos just like this. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving, and now let's talk about basketball. According to CBS Sports quote, Warriors star Klay Thompson cleared for full practice, eyes return before Christmas per report. This is actually some amazing news to hear because Klay was originally going to come back after Christmas, but now it looks like he's going to be early. Okay, now let's talk about him. The last time Klay Thompson played in an NBA game was back in 2019. With Kevin Durant still on the team, Klay Thompson was still able to average 21.5 points, 3.8 rebounds, 2.4 assists, and 1.1 steals, shooting a crazy 40.2% from the arc. Now, these numbers might look plain for an all-star, but don't forget that this Warriors team had Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. However, once Klay Thompson comes back, he will likely now become the second option. Speaking of his injury, I highly doubt that he will return to absolutely 100%, but an 80 or 90% is definitely viable. When it comes to his shooting, I don't see any problem at all. Klay Thompson is still an elite shooter. With Warriors' defensive scheme, Klay will still able to get many open shots, and it will make the opposing defense struggle even more. Don't forget that the Warriors now have a top 3 offensive rating across the league. The only concern I have is Klay Thompson's defense. Now, looking at all those athletes who went through ACL tear, you can clearly see that their athleticism is depreciating by a significant degree. Despite the fact that Klay Thompson does not really rely on his athleticism, I think that his defense will be slightly affected by this injury. However, this Warriors team is the best defensive team in the league. Let's just say that Klay's defense drops down to the league average. I still think that he will add more value, and I think he's definitely irreplaceable. Okay, moving on to James Wiseman. Now, this is a bit more trickier because Wiseman did not have any significant impact last year, but you can clearly see that he's talented. Played only 3 games in college, Wiseman is still a pretty raw player. Nonetheless, the Warriors culture is still here. As a second-year player, all Wiseman gonna do now is grab rebounds, protect the paint, and finish near the rim. Obviously shoot the ball if you're wide open, but you guys know what I mean. Last year I feel like Wiseman was trying to do too much, but all we gotta do this year though is just to do the small things and fundamental things and slowly but surely develop himself as a player throughout the season. From a scheme perspective, Wiseman is definitely a faster and more athletic center compared to Looney, so I expect a lot more fast transition finishes for him. I don't know about you guys, but I see a lot of DeAndre Ayton in Wiseman, and Wiseman has all the attributes to become a similar player like him. To be honest, despite Wiseman being the second overall pick last year, I only see him playing about 20 minutes per game, and I believe he'll definitely make some mistake here and there because, truth be told, he is still a rookie. Alright guys, so this wraps up the video. Comment down below, how do you think Klay Thompson and James Wiseman will affect this Warriors team? And if you enjoy the content, don't forget to leave that subscribe and follow me on social media with all the link in the description down below. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.